Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time. I am so excited today because I actually went into the store and found a major wish list plant that I do have, but walking into a store and seeing it is very different than getting it from something online when you knew you were already going to get it. Okay, I just have to show it to you because I'm so excited. This is my pink princess from Lowe's. Okay, I was out today minding my own business. I promise, I was minding my own business. I was grocery shopping and I went to a different Trader Joe's and it brought me to a different Lowe's location that I normally do not go to because it's quite a distance away. And I just went in, there was traffic on the highway, I was actually going to turn around. And then I just kept going. I went past a part of the store that had a bunch of carts that were just like filled, like stuffed tight with all these plants, and there she was. And she had friends. Just to let you know, she had lots of friends. This plant is so beautiful. I went through each and every one of the plants, and this was the one with the highest amount of variegation. The princess that I have does not have this much variegation. I still love her. I do not throw her to the side. I still love that plant, but in my opinion, this is a different one. This is a different, I don't think the other one would ever have this much variegation because that's not what it is, what it has inside of it to have. Whereas this one right here, I'm noticing that the stems on this one, it does still have the pink stripe on the side, but it's more marbled than pink. Like the other one has a distinct pink stripe up the side, and that does tell you a lot about the pink variegation in the plant. But this one right here has a very intense marbling of the pink on the stem. And that's more than likely the reason why the leaves themselves are marbled. So the other one, it just has splotches of pink because it just has a stripe up the side. This one has a marbled stem. Okay, I love her. I love this plant. Okay, and when I tell you I was hyperventilating when I saw this plant, and I could not believe I was looking at this plant. I am hyperventilating right now. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna pass out. I won't pass out. But look at this. Look at them. Look at them. The pink princesses. There are so many of them. There's so many. There's so many of them. Guys, and look at the mandula. And I'm still in shock. She has not been watered. She hasn't had anything done to her. That's why she's out here. Because she's extremely dry, which of course that's always better than wet because you don't know what's happening in the soil with that. But she is extremely dry, and that's another reason why I just love this so much, because she's so dry, and that means that she's not getting root rot. I just am so overwhelmed with how beautiful this plant is. I put her in a seatbelt on my way back home. I was so nervous about her getting knocked off. I tell you, I broke one of the leaves on my other pink princess and I couldn't believe it. So I did my best not to do anything to this one, but I do have to give her a nice bubble bath, and I'm gonna clean her up. She is a little bit droopy because again, she is extremely dry, and I'm going to do the bug test, the initial bug test right now with you, and hope there's nothing in here. I would still love her even if she had something. Your cash pot tells you everything. If there's anything in your plant, for the most part, and of course if it's not hatched yet, you won't see it. But if there's something living in your plant, you'll see it in the cash pot. But there's just dry soil in here. Yay! I just love her. I love her so much. I will definitely put the location down below in the description box just in case you're in Connecticut. You'd be able to find one. but it looks as if they just got these because it was still on the cart. So that was so exciting. I was so excited, guys. I am really, really happy with her. And again, I still love my other pink princess. This is just a different variation of the pink princess because the other one will never be a marbled pink princess like this one. It'll be chunky pink spot. Besides my pink princess, whose name is Pinky Tuscadero. Okay. Okay. I used to watch a show, Nick at Night, called Laverne and Shirley, and there was a character called Pinky Tuscadero, and that's who this is. This is Pinky Tuscadero. She has a name, and she is gorgeous, and that name suits her. Spicy, but then she's nice and pink. Okay, next I have this that I purchased, and you can see that this was a rescue plant. You see all of the things hanging down off of her. She was $12.99, so she was marked down to $7. And she's gorgeous. Look how big her leaves are. I could not believe this thing was sitting there. But again, I like to show you exactly the way it was in the store so that you know that it's not that it was in perfect condition as much as I can see her beautiful potential. Look at all of the babies coming off of this one. Ooh. Oh, I see some dried up corms too. There are a lot of corms in here, but they look really dry. But we'll give her a chance, and she's going to be my outside Polly. Right after she gets a thorough bath, because she cannot come into my house if she has spider mites. Right, baby? Yay. Okay. And next I have my calico kitten. Oh, guys, I have been looking for this plant. I mentioned it a while back that I had this plant last year, and I don't know what happened, but it was this time of year that she went down. I don't know what it was. It had to have been some type of a pest, but I was not familiar with the plant enough to know exactly what was happening, and it just started to go down. The pest may have been me because, I mean, you know, I'm the pest for a lot of my plants, and I admit it, I accept it, and I try not to be, but I am the pest that attacks a lot of my plants. And it may have been that I needed to change her water. I'm just looking at this. Okay, I have a short attention span, sorry. Look at this. There's a string of dolphins sitting on top of this.
For your plant.
So we're gonna have to plant that separately. But anyway, I don't know what happened. She may have needed more water and I wasn't giving her more water because right now I've had to change the watering schedule for all of my plants. So I'm thinking that just maybe that's what the problem was. But she went down so quickly that I think it may have been a pest. But I found another one. This is the first time I've come across one. Now the one I had before was in the sunlight all the time, so she had beautiful pink variegation, but I'm sure this one will get hers as well. I love her. She is so pretty. I can't believe I have her again. And again, she is extremely dry, but we'll take care of that right after she gets a bubble bath. Okay, and now these plants right here were gifted to me by my friend from my congregation. Her neighbor has these, I believe these are cornflowers, and she has them in her yard, and she said they were spreading a little bit too much. And so I told my friend that if she gets rid of some of them, I would love to have some, because she had already given some to her. And so she dug these up out of her yard and she sent them over to me. So I have 2 of these plants from my outside garden. Look at how incredibly beautiful these plants are. These flowers are. They're so pretty. I can't wait to get them into the ground. I think I'm going to work on these tomorrow. And then I also have another plant that I know I didn't show you. Look at the beautiful blooms on this. And this was a rescue plant. She was really, really dry, and then her pot has a big crack in it. So I guess that's the reason why she was on the rescue. Oh, I see one that's broken right there. I don't know if I'll be able to propagate this, but I will try. But she was a rescue plant. She cost me $7. Was it 7 or was it 10? Maybe 10. I think she was $10. Whatever she was perfect. Isn't she pretty? I love her. She's such a nice pop of color. So that is my haul for today. I am so excited about my pink princess and all of my plants, but going into a shop and seeing this pink princess just sitting there, I was over the moon excited when I saw this. It was just amazing. And she is just gorgeous. I can't wait to just get in there and just fix her up. Oh. As much as I love her beautiful pink leaves, the marbling on her stems is breathtaking. It really is. Can you see that? Can you see how marbled those stems are? So pretty. Yay. So I've repotted all of these plants, and I just want to give you a little update on what's going on with them. I guess I will start off with the smallest of them all, and this is my calico kitten. And I repotted her, and in repotting her into a clear container, I definitely put her into my own soil. She just got all set, so she's just trying to soak up some moisture. I realize now what happened to the last plant that I had. It was in this cocoa peat or cocoa coir, and the roots were being suffocated. I was looking at the roots while I was taking all of the substrate off of the plant, and it was completely being suffocated. Everything was hard like a brick around the roots, and the roots are very, very, very fine hairs. And so now I finally have to have the answer as to what happened to my last plant. That was because of the product that it was planted into. Oh, I'm so tired. It was just what it was planted into, and I know I do not leave any of my plants in anything like that unless I thoroughly mix it with something that's going to break it up. But as far as it just being just straight that one substrate, I do not do it. So now she's in something that she can breathe in. I don't know when the last time was that she was able to actually benefit from any water put on her, but then the cocoa coir, or I can't remember if it's it's not cocoa fiber, it's cocoa coir. Whatever it was in, it completely formed a solid brick around the roots. And so I couldn't even soak it off at that point. I did my very best to kind of crumble it off. But hopefully, because now it's in something that can accept moisture a lot more readily, it will be okay. So I'm really happy about that. And I just have her dressed in my eyelash mug that fell down and broke. This was my favorite mug that I own. I love soft pink mugs with black or gold writing, and this was my only mug with eyelashes on it, and she broke. And so I said, there's no way I'm tossing it, and I'm just going to use it for a plant holder. And I thought this was definitely fitting for her, especially since I love this plant so much. Okay, so there she is. And oh, here's the poly. I repotted the poly, and this poly had the most corms in any one of the alocasias I have ever repotted. Ever, ever, ever. Even my stingray normally germinates the corms that are in the soil, but this plant had, at my last count, it was 18 corms. And I didn't even realize that I missed 2 of them that are still out on the patio that I'm just going to put right into the soil. I think it will be fine. I think they will germinate. And I mentioned earlier, this is going to be an outside plant. So she's not going to be in this outer pot because that would just hold on to any rainwater that fell onto her. But she is going to be outside, and she will be in the sun. I'm really excited to see how she does. I gave her a thorough bubble bath. I didn't trust any of the soil. I didn't reuse the soil that she was in because it just seemed to be a little bit odd. I don't know if it was fungus or anything like that, but it just seemed to be a little bit odd. And when I don't trust the soil, I just get rid of it. It's just not worth the hassle of bringing something in to try to save the soil. And there was not very much soil that she had on her, but I just didn't trust her soil. I normally reuse the soil, but this one I did not reuse. She's gorgeous. I just gave her a thorough bubble bath, and she already feels so differently. She's like really popping, and hopefully by the time she gets good sun from the top coming down, this leaf right here will start to stand up a little bit more. And if she doesn't, that's okay too. But it's a beautiful plant. I'm happy I have her. Okay, now to the pink princess plants. I did repot my pink princess, and here she is. She is in a clear container so that I can see everything going on with her. And she's already feeling so much better. And I think that now you can actually see the plant a little bit better. Do you see that she's just completely marbled? Look at that. Look at all of her leaves. She's so pretty. And hopefully now you can see a little bit better the marbling on her stems. Her stems look exactly like her leaves. I don't know if it's coming through or not, but her stems look exactly like her leaves, and I think that's beautiful. And just to show you the comparison as to why I feel this plant is just so remarkably different, this is my pink princess that I had already, and she's getting really, really big. These plants look completely different. Look at that. She has beautiful markings, but she has it looks like a different plant altogether. So they are both absolutely beautiful. They're both absolutely beautiful, but they are very, very different in presentation. You see she has a new leaf coming in. Her leaves do not get stuck anymore, not at all. They just come out nice and happy. Whereas I know that the former owner of this plant was having a lot of problems with the leaves getting stuck and coming out really deformed. But now she's putting out really pretty leaves. Let me just show you some of her latest leaves. They haven't exactly hardened off. They just come out one right after the other. They don't even have time to harden off. But these are the two latest leaves on the plant to the right. And that is the plant that I cut. You see how pretty they are? Sorry. Look how beautiful they are. So before it was giving off leaves like that were just green, but now it's giving off beautiful pink variegation. And up here, you can see that it has nice variegation, and the backs of the leaves also have the variegation. So I'm really happy about that. Now that I have the second one, I feel a little bit more confident about cutting back maybe one of these stems just to see if it will produce more, just to produce more pink. But something I just noticed, she has a baby coming in the soil. I hope I can get this. Wow. Let's see, where can I show you this baby? Do you see that little baby, that little piece of green sticking out in there? She has a little baby coming up. Wow. She's so much bigger now. It's absolutely amazing how much bigger she's become. Now, I mentioned that I cut one of the plants. I did cut I cut one stem of the plant because I wanted to produce more pink, but at the same time, it already had pink leaves. The leaves were just getting stuck because the former owner was just having troubles with it. But this is a plant that I cut to share with one of you guys. I'm just waiting for her to get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. And she has beautiful pink variegation as well. And she has a nice solid pink stripe on the side of her. See right here? See, she has a nice stripe. So she's going to have not the marbled look, but she has the potential for the chunky pink blocking. And she's so pretty. She's getting so big now. She had a really big leaf, but that leaf died off. And it produced this second leaf right here because it had already produced a leaf, but then it produced another one. And then now it has these offshoots. So we're just letting this one get a little bit bigger, a little bit more established. I mean, the root system's pretty good. You can see the roots right there. Right there. So we'll just see how that goes with as far as it getting a little bit stronger. And then somebody will have the opportunity to win a pink princess. If you can't find one, we'll share this one. And I just keep her in a cup with the dome on it, with the top on it, just to give her the perfect humidity so that she can grow nicely. And she's definitely loving it. She sits in a south-facing window, and as does this one right here. And Pinky Tuscadero is going to be in a window that faces south or west, one or the other. Okay. So this little one here is going to be living, for right now, I think I'm going to put her outside. She's going to be an outside plant for right now. And I may even go out tonight and put her into the greenhouse, because I do find that my succulents are really enjoying being outside. So I think I will put her outside. But when she comes inside, she will be in a south-facing window because she likes the hot sun. And then Pinky Tuscadero is going to be in a southwest-facing window. This will be in my bedroom. For tonight, I think I'll end up putting her next to the humidifier and just let her sit tomorrow. Probably tomorrow she'll just sit in the sun of the south-facing window. But from there, she's going to live... Oh, she can't live in my bedroom during the summertime because my bedroom is really cold in the summertime. We'll find a spot for her where she will not have the cold on her. Her stems are so beautiful, and literally they look exactly like the leaves, but I just keep staring at her stems. So I'm so happy about this. She's already looking so much stronger now that she's been watered. Look at that beautiful leaf. That is the latest leaf. That looks to be the latest leaf on this plant, outside of this one right here that hasn't opened up fully. This looks like it is the latest leaf, and then it already has a leaf coming in that looks extremely highly variegated. So we're going to keep her in some high sun, but in lots of humidity, so that she can stay just like this. I'm so happy about her, in case you haven't noticed. You see this one right here, where it has the beautiful green with all of the speckling, but then it has that super dark coloring that the other leaves get. When they don't have the variegation, the older leaves get that really dark green coloring. This has that, but then it's mixed in with the lighter green and the speckling, and then some pink. White speckling and then some pink. That's a beautiful leaf. Okay, that's it. I'll leave you alone with that one now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. I am so happy about these plants, and I have been so good. Well, I've been buying plants, but they've all been outside plants. I haven't been buying house plants at all. So finding these three right here, I was really happy. The plant that I was searching for was actually an air plant, because now Miss Carol has me addicted. I love air plants so much. They are so beautiful, and there's such nice ways to style them. I am going to be styling some, and if you want me to style it in a video, just let me know and I will show you how I'm going to style my air plants. I have a few things that I've collected to style them with. I'm so excited about them because they are so pretty. I want one of the really long, they're Spanish moss. I would like the Spanish moss air plants. I love that one, and the one that I had my heart set on when I started looking into air plants was actually one that Carol included in the package, and so I have a wish list air plant. So that's really, really exciting. Sometimes I feel so like overwhelmed whenever I talk about that, because every time I think about opening that box, it just makes me feel so overwhelmed. But yes, so thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to give me a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.